I could just imagine how he has been robbed of his dignity. A person who worked hard in school, endowed with the gift of study and intellectual capacity, but now is unable to find a place where they can express and utilize the skills and gifts that God has given him so that he can benefit this country at a higher level. And that story is repeated among our young people in many, many places. People who have gone through school, people who had very high hopes, people who would be making a great contribution, but people who have been robbed of their dignity within their own country. The reality is that what would have helped them to get to other places has been taken by other people. Not too long ago again, I was in, let me not say the particular place, but I was in part of this country where I watched young women and girls walking many kilometers to go and look for water. And where they finally ended up getting this water was not in any reasonable well, but water that was dripping from underground. And they used calabashes to literally scrape the floor of this hole, if I would say, to try and get some water. It could hardly fill a few jerry cans, and then carried and walk several kilometers back home. Water that looked more like tea than water because it was so dirty. And yet a lot of resources are pumped into these places through the county governments, through the CDF, to try and help these people to live a dignified life. But a few individuals have converted these resources to be their own, and they're buying apartments in Nairobi. They're building hotels all over the place. It's like every senior person in our government today must own a hotel. And there are hotels planted all over the place that you wonder who ever goes there. Another avenue for money laundering. And yet people are suffering, lost their sense of dignity. One of the cases we were investigating was where hundreds of millions of shillings had been technically spent to build a dam, which dam did not exist. When we tried to follow up to find out where this dam is, we were told that it is in a bandit-prone area. You cannot be able to go there and see it. Our question was, how did the contractor get there? If we cannot get there because it's a bandit-prone area. The truth is that there was no dam. And so these women have to walk kilometers to literally scrap the ground to try and get water to feed their families. This is how corruption robs us of our dignity. It is so very important. I know the eyes and the ears are on EACC. I want to tell you, as chair of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, these things touch our hearts. We agonize on how we should handle and deal with these situations. We sit and strategize and plan on how to handle these kinds of matters. And indeed, we do our very best within the limitations that we have in terms of resources, in terms of capacity, because corruption is prevalent across the country. And we find ourselves in situations that we cannot tackle everything that needs to be done.